Hey guys, Troubletcat here, recording for the Zombie Arcade. This is Max Payne 3. This is a live commentary I'm recording as I'm playing, although right now I'm in spectator mode, waiting for this first round of a Gang Wars game to end. Or is this the second round of Gang Wars? These Gang Wars games are quite long, so the fact that we're part of the way through doesn't really matter. Cool game type. Talk about that in a minute. This might be kind of a longer video, because I'm just going to keep going until I'm done saying what I have to say about the game at this point in time. And that might take like 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe. We'll see how we go. Just to let you guys know. This is mostly going to be about multiplayer. I will mention briefly right now, the single player in this game is really, really good. It took me about 7 hours or so to finish it, so it's not an enormously long campaign, but it was a lot of fun. I'd certainly recommend renting this if you have a console, just to play the single player, if nothing else, because it was a hell of a lot of fun. Of course, I'm playing the PC version. I'm going to do a full review of this game, and I'll talk a lot more about single player in that. But suffice to say, it was a really enjoyable experience. This video, however, largely about multiplayer. So, multiplayer, I guess the first thing I want to mention is, I have a hell of a lot of connection issues in this game. It took me like 3 or 4 tries to get into a match to actually record for you guys this video, and like, sometimes my game will crash when I'm joining a match, other times, which is probably just an issue on my end, other times I will just never be able to connect, and I get trapped in this, like, ghost connection screen for, like, 10 minutes sometimes until I finally disconnect. But once you get in, it's a pretty fun game. I'm just not sure how much staying power it'll have. This is an interesting game type here, Gang Wars. It goes through, like, 5 different chapters, and yeah, there's like a little sort of storyline thing. The storyline is not a big deal. I mean, it's not enormously interesting ever, which is why I'm happy to talk over it here. It's not a big feature, the whole storyline thing, but it's kind of cool that you transition between, you know, different kinds of objectives and stuff like that over the course of a match. And wow, when I'm playing at this lower resolution that I'm recording at, my hair glitches the fuck out. Not an issue when I'm playing at my native resolution, but on this lower resolution, apparently my hair just fucking loses control. I'm gonna try and not let that piss me off as I play here. So I mean, it's kind of cool game mode. As I said, it's a fun little multiplayer sort of third-person shooter. You can you've got a cover system, you've got the sort of diving and slow motion mechanics from single player. You've got something called bursts that's essentially the same as a kill streak system, although you can see on the it's pretty much the same as a kill streak system. Actually, it's pretty much exactly the same. Although you can also use the adrenaline, which adds to your burst. You can also use it for slow motion. So that's kind of cool. I mean, basically, it's a fairly straightforward little third-person shooter, but it's got a few things that sort of separate it from other games, differentiate it a little bit from the likes of, you know, Uncharted. It's closer to Uncharted than it is something like Gears of War in terms of your online third-person shooters. It plays pretty well. The controls and stuff all feel very nice and very smooth. The animations are really nice. It runs quite well on my rig anyway, and it looks quite good. I mean, the graphics are, on this resolution, they're actually not as good as they could be, but normally at the native resolution, the graphics are quite gorgeous. But so that all sounds really good, right? I mean, it's a smooth game. It's a fun experience in a lot of ways. Why would I say that I don't think it's going to have much staying power? Well, part of it's to do with the fact that this is probably one of the worst games I think I've ever played from a competitive multiplayer standpoint. I mean, no joke. There's no way I could take this game seriously competitively for a few reasons. First of all, you die enormously quickly in this game. Secondly, the weapons are not even remotely balanced, like not even a little bit. There are a lot of weapons that are just obviously better than the vast majority. Well, there are a few weapons that are just obviously better than the vast majority of guns. And as you rank up, the stuff that you unlock when you rank up is basically straight upgrades, a lot of it. So it's really not good from a competitive standpoint. It's not a balanced game for multiplayer. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not fun, but for me, a game being fun means I'll play it for a while, but if it's not a balanced, sort of good experience in it from a competitive perspective in some way, it's not going to have the same longevity for me, because there's not the sort of same interest for me in terms of, you know, getting good and learning the game and stuff like that, Or, I mean, I guess... Yeah, I mean, I guess it's... The competitive nature of games is what can make them really interesting in the long term for me. I'm going to switch my loadout up here, show you some different weapons. And this game, just not so good from a competitive standpoint. So, I'll play this a fair bit. If this video gets a good number of views, if you guys like watching... Oh, my hair's not glitching anymore. If you guys like watching this game, I'll put up more gameplays of it. Because as I said, it's a fun game. I really don't mind playing it at all. In fact, I quite enjoy playing it. But it's not going to be something that I want to play as much as I do Battlefield 3 or anything like that. But as I said, you know, I'm happy to play it and make videos of it if it's something that people are interested in seeing. And, you know, I'm happy to talk about the game in more detail and stuff like that in those videos. Although, since, once again, it's not really much of a competitive title, I'm not going to have as much to say about it as I would about... Wow, that guy shot me right in the balls. As I would some other games. But it's a fun game, and I don't mind playing it. Oh, I was defending there. I thought I was attacking. I was wrong. I was very wrong. So, kind of my impressions on the multiplayer. I'm sorry I'm not explaining what's going on in this game type. I'll make some videos, at least, explaining about the different game types and stuff if you guys want me to. That is something that I'm more than happy to do. I'll pretty much base it, whether or not I make more videos of this game, on the reaction this video gets. So if you want to see more Max Payne 3, do let me know in the comments or leave a like or something. If this video gets a decent number of views and stuff like that, I'll make more Max Payne 3 videos. Otherwise, I will assume you guys are not terribly interested, and I will not make more Max Payne 3 videos. Seems like a fairly reasonable system. So yeah, sorry I'm not talking too much about what's going on in the game type. Right now, this phase... Basically, in Gang Wars, you transition between a variety of different objectives in each sort of stage of the game. This is a team deathmatch thing here to finish it off. So this at least is fairly straight up team deathmatch. Kill more than you die, and then achieve victory. Yeah, that wasn't quite as dramatic of a way of putting that as I was hoping it would be. Anyway, I probably should have just gone with kill or be killed or something, but I guess that would have actually been fairly elegant. So, I mean, there's a fair bit I could say about the systems and the game types and stuff like that in this game. They've got this sort of weight system where you can have, like, better armor and more heavy weapons and stuff like that if you want, but your stamina regenerates slower and your health regenerates slower. So, you can choose whether you want to carry a lot of gear or just a little bit of gear. Stuff like that is kind of interesting, and it does give the game a bit of interest to it, even though it's not, as I said, going to be a very good competitive title. Somebody's using all their slow motion. Gotta regenerate. Shit, son! That was a completely unnecessary waste of my shoot dodging, but I figured I hadn't done that at all, so I better throw that in there. I could have, you know, actually found somewhere where it might have been useful to me. Oh god, the grenades! Oh no! Oh no! I died horribly. But so, yeah, so that's what I think of multiplayer in this. It's fun. I don't know how much longevity it will have at this point, to be honest. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good competitive title, but it's fun enough that I might play a fair bit of it, play it for a while. I'm happy to make more videos of it. Would I recommend you get this game? If you want to play something... If you don't care if the game is super competitive and you want to have a bit of fun, and you would like to play a shooter that stands out a little bit from the crowd, that's something a little bit different from your Call of Duties and your Battlefields and stuff like that. Like, if you want a bit of a different experience, I would recommend this. It's not a bad game by any means, and it certainly is something that's a little bit different and is a little bit fun, and it's sort of a nice way to mix things up a little bit, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, I recommend it if you're looking for something a little bit different. And if you're not somebody who's super hardcore and needs everything to be really, really competitive to enjoy it a lot. In that sense, I'm gonna call a vendetta on this guy. In that sense, yeah, I would recommend this game. So you know, if that sounds appealing to you, if you like third-person games, if you want a little bit of a different experience, pick it up, give it a shot. Certainly, if you have a console, rent it and, you know, play it over a weekend, and if you like the multiplayer, then buy it afterwards, or if you're going to want to play through, because, as I said, the single player is pretty short. I'm going to play through it multiple times, personally, on different difficulties, and there's like an arcade mode where you compete for highest scores in single player levels and stuff like that. And since the single player was a lot of fun, I'm probably going to, you know, do that, play through the game multiple times, and play around with the arcade mode and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, in a certain sense, yeah, I mean, even though the single player is short, I could almost recommend buying this game. If you play only on PC, I'd almost recommend buying this just for the single player, even though it's quite short. It's a very, very good 6 to 8 hours, even though... I'll talk about that more in the fucking actual review that I'm going to do of this game. Probably be up, I don't know, if I start... those reviews, like, I'm going to do something similar to what I did with Diablo 3, and that took me, like... Those take me, like, 3 or 4 days to put together normally. Between scripting and shooting and getting the gameplay footage I need. They normally take a few days to put together. I don't know. I haven't started working on it yet, so, I mean, that'll be up sometime this week or early next week, probably.
They did what they said they would.
And I'll talk more about single player and stuff like that in there. But multiplayer is fun. It's pretty good. There's like 15 seconds left in this game, so I guess I'll play out the rest of this instead of ending the commentary here. You know, I might show you guys a little bit of the customization afterwards, after this match finishes. So, if people who are interested in that stuff can see it, and people who just wanted to know what the gameplay was like have already seen that. But the customization and stuff like that is fairly interesting. So I'll give you guys a quick look at that once I get out of this game.
And it was a bunch of crooks that brought them to justice.
Alrighty. So, end of round, screen, whatever. Let's get out of here. Alright, so, this I find this hilarious. There is a mode with aim assist available on PC. That is fucking funny to me. I was playing in free aim, of course. So, the customization, you've got your loadout customization. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the avatar customization, so you can actually customize your character for deathmatch and for the different factions that are in the team games. So, you can be male or female, and when you open this up, you have quite a lot of options. Heads, hair, hats, glasses, torso, loadout items. So this is stuff like in your loadout, you might have a helmet, or a balaclava, or a gas mask, or any of this crap, and this is... this actually, whether or not you'll be wearing these, depends on which of your loadouts you pick. I'll show you that in a second as well. But I mean, this is pretty cool. You can see you unlock more stuff for your customizations, you rank up. All my guys look kinda derp at the moment, but I just don't have a whole lot of options available to me right now. Doing the best I can. Limited set of options until I rank up, guys. So that's kind of cool in a way that you can customize your avatar. It's not, you know, APB levels of customization, but I guess it's about on par with Brink in terms of the fact that you can choose. Yeah, in fact, it might be a bit more customization for your avatar than Brink allowed you to have, which is pretty cool. As for loadouts, you can see here you've got 4 basic loadouts, and I've got 3 custom ones unlocked. So I'll just show you what the deal is with these. So you can see you've got a few options. You can Okay, so basically the slots are, you've got 2 slots for single-handed weapons, which are pistols or, like, machine pistols, small submachine guns. You've got a 2-handed weapon slot, a projectile slot, that's for grenades and stuff. This is your burst, your kill streak. You've got a head slot, so you can put, like, a helmet or a gas mask or goggles, balaclava, that kind of stuff goes in there. And that actually shows up on your character in-game. Same with the body armor, or you can have urban camo. Again, that's going to show up on your character. I don't know if the camo does or not. I've never used that. So you've got these 3 gear slots, and gear is basic. These are basically your perks. So these are things like earn extra cash when looting, your corpse's booby trap explodes when looted, carry max ammo is increased, health replenishes at a faster rate. You unlock more of these as you rank up. Injects you with extra adrenaline for kills and prevents loss of adrenaline from any enemy effects. So yeah, these are basically your perks. What you'll notice is in the bottom right there, you've got a loadout weight though. And these gear items, which are essentially like perks, do add to your weight. So these are not free. So you'll notice I don't have any on this loadout because I want to keep this loadout in the medium range. So I have normal health regen and medium stamina. And You'll see with my 3 loadouts right now, I have a light one, a medium one, and a heavy one. That is completely not by accident. But basically, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool loadout system. You can dual wield your pistols when you get your weapon to a high enough rank, or I mean, if I have 2 different pistols, they'll be dual wielded. Anyway, it's a cool system. I like that they have this weight mechanic in here, so that there's sort of a little bit more strategy in terms of what you're going to choose. Just to give you an idea of what these bursts are like, these kill streaks. So this is health boosts for you and your team, and there's 3 levels of this depending on how much adrenaline you have. So level 1 boosts my health and nearby teammates. Level 2 affects all visible teammates, and level 3 health boost affects all teammates. Stuff like locates your enemy, so that's basically a UAV if you played Call of Duty. More firepower. This one is bullet time. It slows down time. This is all, you know, pretty cool stuff. But basically just kill streaks. So I do like this. I like this this mechanic quite a bit. There are quite a lot of weapons to unlock as you rank up. And for individual weapons, when you get kills with weapons, you level up your weapons, and then you can choose attachments for your weapons. You get more attachments the more you've leveled up. So, let's look at this. So I don't actually have any attachments unlocked for anything yet, but you can see you can get, you know, suppressors, compensators, laser sights, extended mag guide. You can get a bunch of different stuff, attachments for your weapons. It's pretty much everything you expect from a multiplayer FPS in terms of customizing your loadouts, and it's a bit more in some ways with this loadout system. And you've got, you know, the body armor slot and the head slot. There's a bit more to the customization than in most games, and it's pretty cool. As I said, it's not really balanced. I mean, one of the things that happens when you rank up is your loadout weight. Your limits for loadout weight actually just get pushed out as you level up, so you can carry more while still having the faster health regen and stamina. I mean, that's just a straight upgrade. It's not balanced at all. But it's a cool little system. I like it overall, and it's a fun game. So check this one out if you want to see something a little bit different. We've also got titles. I'm not currently using any because I don't have any cool ones unlocked. Check this out if you want to play something a little bit different. It's not a bad game by any means. Certainly give it a rental if you're interested and have the ability to rent games. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you want to see more Max Payne 3 videos. And until next time, Troubletcat out.